She said put her in. Here
That's
we
not
are.
what I meant.
Hey,
That's
I
not
put it
what
in.
I
We're in here.
meant.
Hello, everybody. We're back. You have me again, Justin. You have Jess. You have Mark. What is it, like
So
our
Stupid.
sixth, eighth, ninth, 12th week? How many?
12.
How many weeks?
12.
12.
12th
No,
weeks.
not 7,
Wow.
not 8, not 9, not 12, yeah.
But
Like
12.
TB12. Like Tom
Hey, guys.
Brady.
You guys want to hear a funny joke?
What?
Why
Your
was
dick
six?
size?
Oh, 6 afraid of 7 because 7, 8, 9?
No, because seven's black. You guys know the artist Black?
Oh my god, here we go.
He spelled it with. Okay. All right. Nobody got it, but whatever.
Okay,
Hi.
okay. Okay, so right before we hit record, I said he had Justin put us in. I don't know why I said it like that, but I did. And so, of course, we got that intro. Hi, everybody. Hello,
Hey, when somebody says
Mark.
put it in, I'm ready.
I said put us. Okay. Hey, Mark, how are you?
Me? Well, I'm
Yeah,
good.
you.
I'm good, you
I'm
know.
good. You're chilling. How are you, Justin?
You know what? I'm good. I'm actually really. It's like a bit of both. Like, it's not bad, but it's not like great. It's like okay.
Yeah.
But you know what, folks? We need to start posting on Instagram, right? So
What?
all the fanboys can start messaging Jessica, because
Shut. Can you stop this? Can
she's
you
sad.
stop?
She's
No,
sad
I
right
want.
now, boys.
I need you to
No, but we need
stop.
to interact with our fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need
I
to
don't.
interact.
We don't need to interact. You guys can just tell me what's being said, and that's enough
Where?
interaction.
What are they gonna tell you?
I don't know. You go out and reach out, and then they'll.
What are
you
they gonna tell
me.
you?
I don't
Drop.
fucking know.
All right,
I don't
everybody.
fucking know what they're gonna say. Okay,
Drop a
no,
message on our last post
no.
if you want
I
to
wanted
reach
to
out to
talk about.
Jessica.
No, I was talking about recently how what were you talking about, the comedian? Yeah, I was talking about how for Pop Smoke, I recently started listening to his music, and then I realized he was the rapper who passed away last year. And Justin was like, "Oh, you didn't know?" No, I knew Pop Smoke had died, but I hadn't listened to his music at the time. And then Justin was talking about the comedian. Which comedian was it that you found after he had already passed away?
Ralphie.
Ralphie. Yeah.
Ralphie. And then Kobe. I was thinking about Kobe today, and that just bummed me out because I'm just like, that guy, like his whole family, the girls
You know what?
not knowing
Kobe
her
bummed me
dad,
out more than Michael
sister.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson's story was tragic in the sense that like his dad had control of his life, which pushed
Yeah.
him to, it broke him mentally, and then he lived that life and he died. Like, that's sad. Like, this person was so talented, but like it just because of, I don't know if I'd blame his dad or blame what, his circumstances, I don't know, but it turned out the way it turned out, and that's sad.
I don't know. I guess I'm more attached to Kobe just because even when I went to the
Kobe.
States, right? Like, he was number 8.
Yeah,
Right?
he
Like-
used to live there, right?
Yeah. And you just
Yeah.
kind of like, you see him like 8, 24, and just like
Mhm.
what he's become. We had a lot of greats in our generations, you know?
We
That
did,
are gone
and
too
that
soon.
I
Yeah.
always think about the time that we've been alive. Just the things that we've seen have been amazing.
Mhm.
I know a lot of people don't care about sports, but Kobe was bigger than that. Like, he was an inspiration, and just he wanted to be the best he could be at everything. Right? He wanted to be the best father, best husband, best athlete, best basketball player. He loved basketball so much, and just
Yeah.
inspiring people. He was learning languages. He spoke Italian. Like, he was very, very smart. Very smart.
Yeah.
Very business savvy, and like he won an Oscar. Like, he left the NBA. People are like, "What are you gonna do?"
Dude,
He
yeah.
went and bought an Oscar. Like, bro, he did some. I don't know.
Remember his
so
Kellogg's
sad.
commercials? Like when they're in the gym? When he goes, tick, tick, tick. Oh, man.
Fuck.
See, like memories, man.
Things like that, and just think about the fact that they're not gonna know their sister. Like, Gigi was a baby. She was
I
gonna
know.
do WNBA. I don't like. Fuck. There's like a podcast he recorded a month or so right before he passed.
Yeah.
And he talks about Gigi wanting to play basketball, and he talks about him and Vanessa, and how when he sees couples who are 80 years old, they want to be that, and it broke my fucking heart, because it's just like, it's right. He didn't know. You never know. And I know this is so sad to talk about, guys. I'm so sorry. This has just been my headspace lately. I don't know. I
feel you.
But then again,
been
it's
sad.
when it comes to mental health, you have to talk about it, right? You don't want to bottle it up ever.
Well,
Yeah, you don't.
that's I'm
You
grateful
never
for you
should.
guys though. That's I'm grateful because like I told you, Justin, like Justin was acting a fucking fool, like as he always was, and I just had to laugh because I'm like, dude, I haven't had a reason to smile all day. That was fucking stupid as shit. But
Hey, man, you gotta do what you gotta
so it's
do.
like, but I wanted to ask. So okay, a topic I wanted to talk about, and this is something that okay. So
For you and I
Justin,
forget.
before, yeah, I'm kind of high. I think I'm coming down now, but I
You're
was.
kinda high. Okay.
I'm kind of a smidge. But Justin, my whole lifetime, I've known Justin for almost 4 years now, which is insane to me. But ever since I've known him, he's always been about like, you know what? It doesn't matter what you look like. You should love yourself for who you are, like what you're given. All your features, that is what you're given. You're blessed the way you are. That is how Justin's always been. And
Hell
my
yeah.
take is, yeah, okay, you can accept yourself and things like that. But overall in society, there are only certain appearances that are acceptable, and the further you deviate from that, it's you can't tell me like people don't care about physical appearances. They do. Everyone fucking does. We do, like, especially when it comes to things like weight, um and how guys view like weight for girls, I guess. Like
Hey, I
it's
know some guys that
important.
like thick girls, man. So
Nah, not like that though. It's different.
It is
Like,
different.
I don't know. I think it's different. I think some guys, and then guys can tell me, y'all can tell me as much as you want, like that's not true. I think I've like, from what I've seen and what I've heard girls say, it matters. I don't think it's wrong. Like, I don't necessarily think it's wrong because you're attracted to what you're attracted to, but I just think this notion of it's okay to look the way you look is bullshit. That's all.
I
I
think
mean, you go first, Mark. Go.
I I think it's society that's taught us that over time, and that's the unfortunate thing, right? Is that we're before, yeah, it used to be, but now it's not realistic, right? Because we're spending so much time on like social media and seeing these people that are perfect and stuff, and it's kind of like, oh, you know, great, they look nice, but I'm not. Yeah, so I think it's society, but also a lot of social media.
I don't know. Like, it really. I think it depends on like what your goal is. I would say like I think social media actually. I actually think like there's two things to it. Like, yeah, social media out there. There's people like you can see like these. I'm doing quotations like perfect bodies or whatever, right? Like, yeah, we see more of it, and I guess there's this like idea of like, man, I need that perfect thing, but like, are those people really happy though? Like, I don't know. Like, maybe not. And to your point, like, I feel like now with social media, I still see people like, for example, that are like bigger than what you would society considers normal, right? And they're happy. They have spouses and things like that. Like, I'm not. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like you're still okay, like being who you are. You just have to get out there and find people, because if you stay in like a small circle, yeah, you're not gonna find anyone. Like, dude,
Okay,
there's fucking
but like
7 billion people in the world.
but like throwing COVID now, how the fuck are you supposed to find someone?
Bro, there's so many ways. There's no excuse, dude. There's like even like Bumble. There's like
This
these
guy.
new. No, I'm being serious though. Like, there's these new apps, like Events for Adventures. They've taken it online, dude. There's so many ways like you can meet. Yo, if you can find a group that loves fucking like anime, like you can find people that are looking for the same thing you are, man. Honestly, and I don't think it's bad like what you said, just like, yeah, people look for what they're attracted to, but that meaning, I don't know, it's like different for everyone, like I think the most important thing is you have to get out there. You have to like meet people.
Yeah, no, you just made a good point. That I agree with that. Like, yeah, you need to get out there. You need to expose yourself 100%. Honestly, I know I'm being a bit dramatic. Honestly, I do know I'm being a bit dramatic because it's just been hard. We're stuck inside. You can fight off your
Yeah.
inner demons for only so long, and then it just hits you. I know, I don't look that bad. I know, but like, it still gets to you. Like, you just start doubting everything, and it's hard when you're just by yourself all day. So like, mental health during this time, it's like fucked. You
It's
know,
tough.
It
It's
is
tough.
tough.
fucked. I'm already here talking about Kobe. I'm sad about that. I'm sad about today. Jessica Walters passed away. That bummed me the fuck out. Did you ever watch, Justin, did you watch
What?
Arrested Development?
No.
Did you watch Archer?
Yes.
Okay, do you
I love
Archer's
it how you automatically
same
go to
exact-
art. Exact same thing I did.
Same thing Mark did. I was like, did you watch Arrested Development? Same answers. But the mom, Archer's mom?
No.
Yeah. She, and even, it made
I'm
me
just looking at it right now.
She
Oh, but she
was
old though. Like, is this like
Doesn't
COVID
fucking
or she's like
matter.
old age?
She was 80. She passed away in her sleep, but she was still working. She was an actress through and through, and she was a legend.
It's sad.
Honestly, the shit she's
Yeah.
done, like the way she could pull off that arrogant rich white woman, it was so good, and only she could do it. She made lines funny just for her delivery and her expression. Holy fuck! And in
Dude,
Archer, the shit she would say, it like the horrible lines. Like there's this one joke where she tells Archer to get a vasectomy, and he goes, "Don't you want grandkids?" She goes, "If I wanted a grandkid, I would just scrape together all your previous mishaps and knit it a onesie." And he's like, "What the fuck?" That's so bad. But only she could say that line and make me laugh like that. Because
sorry, I got disconnected for like 20 seconds.
Dick.
did you miss the joke?
No, I heard part of it, and then I got disconnected for some reason.
He always ruins my moment. So Archer's mom.
You don't gotta say it
Archer's
twice.
mom.
It's not as funny when you say it twice.
You know what? We're gonna move on. Let's.
That's right,
the
Jess.
topic?
That's right, Jess.
What?
You need to move on sometimes with life, and it is what it is, man.
Let's move on.
Oh my god, what a mercy.
Life
Anywho.
lesson of the day, folks.
Justin's a clown, but I love him.
He is a clown.
He is, man. Fucking waiting 20 minutes for us to like invite him personally. Apparently,
Yeah,
we were
yeah.
here sitting here waiting for him.
Yeah, it's like we gotta
I
roll out the fucking red
can nobody
carpet.
can nobody just
Said
try to read
fucking
English?
carrier pigeon.
I
Gotta
literally
fucking send a
said to
carrier
Mark,
pigeon.
when
No,
you've picked up
Justin.
your stuff, tell me you're ready. He even said, I'm gonna go run, maybe. I didn't know you can run like fucking Flash, man. Like, I don't know where the fuck you're running to.
I'm black, bro. Get on my level.
Again, black people defy gravity. Like, I don't even know how, like, you run that fast. Like, it doesn't make fucking sense.
Yo, next time, Mark, you have to light the beacons, right? So he can see that he is being summoned.
Bro, yeah, I'm still looking at the messages. Nothing here that says you're ready.
Oh my fucking god. Okay,
Okay,
so
so-
me and Mark are having a conversation about we're sending links. Okay, you know what? Forget it.
Okay.
What's the actual
That's
topic
right.
for today?
Anywho,
Stop
what's
hating
the
me because
topic?
I'm fucking Asian, alright?
Okay, let me talk for once. Jesus Christ. Okay, so, question for you guys.
What's up?
What's the purpose of a vaccine?
Herd immunity
Okay?
To,
and prevent
yeah,
disease.
whatever just
Yeah.
fucking Justice said.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what's the purpose of the COVID vaccine? Same thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
What the fuck are you trying to say?
Okay.
What are you trying to
so,
say?
So kind of what
I
I
don't
want.
like.
Okay, so what I want to talk about is kind of the misconception with the vaccines, right? So everyone thinks the vaccine is here to completely eradicate COVID. You can never get it, you know, and
No. No.
that's what the
I feel like people don't understand what vaccines are. Doesn't
I don't-
eradicate things. Like, there's no
That's what's
smallpox
interesting.
out there. You just don't get it.
This is why I wanted to clarify.
No. Some diseases like smallpox are like they're out there in like labs, right? Like the thing is, some diseases can mutate more than others. The ones that are less likely to mutate, you only need one vaccine that you can usually cover all variants. Depending on a virus's ability to mutate, that's how frequent you would need a booster or would need a new vaccine. That's why every year we have a flu vaccine because those strains of influenza or
Changes.
flu or whatever, it changes every year. So every single year we need a booster. There's other boosters we get, like, I don't know, mumps. I think you have a booster for 5-10 years, something
Measles,
like
mumps,
Measles,
tetanus.
that. Yeah. When you have to go to foreign countries, you get a vaccine for a temporary, but the next time you go, you probably need it again. So people saying shit like, oh, I'm gonna get this COVID vaccine, and when they hear things like we'll still have to wear masks and they're surprised, it's like, first of all, we need masks because we want to prevent any other disease and anything like this from happening again, because our population is so big. We can't do this over and over again with SARS and this, and like every few years we can't keep having a pandemic.
Yeah.
It's getting worse every time, right? Obviously, like this one was like this, and next time we could be even worse.
So
Because at the same time,
yeah.
Because as we're preventing disease, these things are mutating out of our medicinal means, if that
I
makes
feel like
sense.
this is
Like we don't.
something you learn in bio like 10.
But like, there's
Oh
stupid people
yeah,
out there that
yeah.
don't fucking
When I was
understand science.
man, this bitch did a pre. I did pre med and then I dropped it because reasons. But they
So
talk
let's
about it, and they
educate.
educate.
Let's
I'm
educate these
basic,
people.
bitch.
All right. So for me, my definition of the COVID vaccine, which I learned recently,
Why
is
do we even have to put COVID vaccine? You say
okay,
vaccine.
vaccine in general. So the purpose of the vaccine is not to, obviously you're never going to get it. The purpose of the vaccine is to ensure that if you do get it, it's the least symptom. It's like a cold. That's what I want to use COVID because it's relevant, right? When you get COVID, you're more likely to just feel a cold rather than get hospitalized or
Well, that's what it is, right? At the lowest level, you're not going to feel anything. You're just going to be a carrier, and that's the other thing I was going to say about the masks is that one, you're going to wear them to prevent another disease from happening, but two, you can still be a carrier, and herd immunity is important because there are those who can't be vaccinated because of autoimmune conditions or whatever reason, right? So we need to still take care of them. So even though we can't get it, we can still carry it, right? And then the other prevention, of course, is if you do get it, the worst you're going to feel is a cold. Just like Mark said, you won't be hospitalized. And that's why you hear two percentages for all the vaccines. They'll say percentage of preventing any symptoms and percentage, I think, of hospitalization.
Exactly.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
because let's throw some numbers for these people who are still doubting it. Basically, out of the, let's just say the fires, the Johnson and Johnson vaccine, which was the lowest percentage, right? Funny story. The reason why it's so low is because they did it during the worst times of COVID, but also with the tens of thousands of people that they tested, not one of them was hospitalized and not one of them actually died.
And yeah, to your point, the difference was that when the earlier vaccines, the Pfizer and Moderna were testing, the variants weren't out at that time. So when Johnson and Johnson came out, they were more critical with those with covering variants as well. So their numbers were adjusted for that. So that's the other point people forget is those first two didn't have to test against the variants that Johnson and Johnson had to. So exactly, I think the one that's really fucking all this up is AstraZeneca, which is scary because they're our main supply right now in BC, and they're the ones who keep coming out with all these fucking like their numbers are off or this is going on.
Yeah.
Like I still think it's an effective vaccine, but I don't like all this controversy around it. It makes me feel really uncomfortable with it.
So
I'm over here looking for Johnson and Johnson, to be honest.
So one of the biggest things as well is, like, we'll talk about Canada and how shitty our rollout's been, but what I've heard is that there's going to be a massive wave at the end of the year, like bigger than the first wave. And here's the problem: what about all these developing countries that aren't really in line first to get the vaccine because they can't afford it, and all these countries that, like European Union and Western countries, that have been able to buy the vaccine in bulk and vaccinate our population. So all these countries that don't have the vaccine, think about it. What's going to happen with them?
Okay, hear me out. Do you know how much it upsets me that a vaccine can cost too much for a country to buy? Do you know how much that enrages me inside that's even a conversation? Like, fine. The fact that, okay, I don't know how you can do it.
Who can afford vaccines?
Because here's my thing. People say you still need to pay these companies for developing the vaccine. I feel like there should be one set price, right? Like a patent price. You did it. This is what we're going to pay for. That patent then goes to, I don't know, the World Health Organization. And then they will then just distribute the vaccine as needed, right? I get that there's costs and stuff, but there needs to be, like, it's insane to me that there's people who can't protect there's countries that can't protect their people because it costs too much. And we have, like, I think it was Hillary Clinton, I forgot who it was, who said that that the U.S. should buy vaccines for poor countries and stuff, and then it gets so difficult.
They do have it. It's called COVAX, but it's
just horrible to hear. I think it's just sad that that's even a thing.
That has to be a thing where something that's saving lives, and all of a sudden, like, this is why it's I hate saying third world countries. It's the countries that are still developing that aren't going to be vaccinated in time. So yes, we'll have immunities, but in these countries, it's kind of like India right now. India has a new variant that's really scary. We'll have to see what happens with that, but it's.
See, the thing with India with a disease like this strain of I'm sorry, I can't think of the name of COVID right now, but India is a country full of areas of a very, very dense population to a point people
Polio.
don't understand. Like, we're talking millions and millions upon billions of people in certain cities, I think. I'm not
Yeah.
billions maybe, but like hundreds of millions. It's a lot. So if a disease can mutate and you have populations like that to go through, you're gonna get more variants. It's just gonna happen because the probabilities are numbers work in that favor, in the disease's favor. It loves that. It wants dense populations with poor. Man, I hate throwing India under the bus, but like
Exactly.
poor
I don't like it.
sanitation and things like that. Like it's, I know some areas are
Well, it's
clean. I
true
get it,
though.
the bigger
Yeah.
cities, but a lot of the areas not. And I can say that because I've gone there. I've visited India multiple times in my life. And when I go to my parents' villages where they came from, and I'm talking about like walking down the street, you see the sewage going along the side because the way they make it is like the roads are kind of lifted in the middle and kind of curved down, and then the sides
Hmm.
of the road, that's where the sewage goes out to the river where people are bathing and stuff, or like they wash their clothes or whatever it may be, right? The
Like in the
most holy
Ganges.
river. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's what I was just gonna say that the most holy river in India, the Ganga River, right? It is
Damn, I
where people
murdered
go.
that.
Yeah, well, it's I know the English word, the Ganges, that's what they call it, but it's the Ganga River. And when you go to Ganga, you that's where people pour their ashes of their loved ones. Some people can't afford to cremate, so they just throw the bodies. But it's the same
Oh.
water people swim in to bless
Oh.
themselves because it's holy water. Like that's what I'm
Oh.
talking about in that country. Okay,
Damn.
we're talking about sweatshops and factories with
Dump in
poor
there.
ventilation, and I'm talking about just poor sanitation. We have a country like that, and you have a population that big. What are they at? Mark, can you please look it up? Don't type on the computer, but like check for me.
India?
But in just like, what is the most populated city in India? I want to get a number there.
Isn't it Mumbai? Nope, that's polluted. Wrong one.
Most polluted. See, even the pollution, like you have, and that's the other part about COVID. It affects your lungs, and you have these dense cities with
It says
poor air
Uttar
conditions.
Pradesh.
Uttar Pradesh.
That's
Okay.
the state.
Yeah.
That's the state. What's the city?
Mumbai, 12 million.
12 million people.
Yeah.
Shit.
Delhi's at 11. Well, this is 2011, so but I always thought it was Mumbai.
2011.
Yeah, 18.4 million people in Mumbai. But the thing is, like, India's done better with COVID. Like, with their population of, like, over a billion,
Yeah.
it's not as bad as I thought it. Because I was really worried about India before with their population. Like, oh my God, if COVID's going to wrap. But it's...
And they're poor reporting. That's the other thing. In the villages, do you think anyone in the village, when they're feeling sick, are going to report it? They don't have proper medical care. I'm telling you, because I was there. Like, those villages have like a doctor who's in like a little office in little shed in the village.
And
My
doesn't this
brothers-
thing grow faster in heat?
It's hot. It's hot there. We usually go in the winter, but I know it gets really hot in the summer.
No, like
40
COVID.
degrees
Like,
Celsius.
isn't it like more?
I don't know
That's
about if
what-
temperature. I think it might be more like temperature where it's cold, there's less people, there's less populations, whereas where it's warmer, there's more likely people are going to be outside. So there's a connection that way. I mean, because if you're cold, you're all bundled up anyway. Your face is covered, your nose is covered, and you're
Yeah.
not going to pass as many people. But if you're in a hotter place, then yeah, you're crowded. And 12 million people in a city packed together, Jesus. That's
nuts,
legit
man.
a third of our population in one city. 4 cities in India is all of Canada.
You get wrecked.
I know.
Well, and that's the thing, too. It's like, even with us, like, here, like, we had one chance where the variants came out and, you know, we had one chance to kind of stop it, but we didn't. And now it's like, even like in a day, we have like over 200 variant cases. Our numbers now are at like 800, which is a stupid amount.
Okay,
you
we
know.
got to talk about it, guys. We got to talk about it. And when COVID was happening, we were doing all the comparisons, saying the states are fucking up the prevention. I agree. The lockdowns and all that stuff, and just the way the government was sending the message out was fucked up. And Canada was doing a bit better. At least we're doing CERB, all that stuff. But with the vaccine rollout, Canada has
Pathetic.
fumbled so many times. It's frustrating. It's annoying to see America pump it out so fast, telling me that everyone's gonna be vaccinated by March, and I'm over here sitting maybe June, July.
The issue, the biggest,
We're
the biggest,
30 million people.
yeah, the biggest issue is just vaccine creation, right? So even in like some of the European Union countries are already pondering like stopping exporting, and like you have other countries like not willing to export, and the reason why a lot of countries are so far ahead of us is because they're manufacturing their own vaccines, we're not even at that point yet. Apparently, like, what, at the end of the year?
We're always behind, man.
Yeah, we're behind. We're behind. And then we were also late for the orders. Like we didn't push aggressively for the orders, and now we're hoping that other people are I think the states are sending us AstraZeneca because the FDA hasn't approved it yet, so they don't have approval. And then with AstraZeneca's launch being so, I know it's still effective, but just it being so fucked up, it's that bothers me. And just the slow rollout, man. Like America did it where they had, I think, dentists, just anybody who was medically trained distributing the vaccines. And I'm over here like looking at Canada like, can we just speed this up, guys? Can we start
Yeah.
rolling this out?
Like, even in our province, it's like you have people that are like pharmacists and stuff who are like okay with giving it, yet we're not even doing that. And it's sigh.
And the way we're prioritizing people, like I know there's a system, it's supposed to be by all these like specific things, but then you're hearing about certain companies getting it, and the fact that teachers and students haven't gotten it yet. I don't know. Like, I know students can't because they haven't tested on kids, but the teachers, I feel like should be protected. I don't know. The prioritization doesn't. I don't get it.
No, it doesn't make sense, because here's the thing. Honestly, in certain areas, like even like Fraser Health and like Vancouver, like these are the worst hit areas, and the reason why is it's just that you have so intergenerational households where we are, right? We have everyone living at home, and it's like if you vaccinate like one person, it's still not taking care of like the entire family. But then again, it's like, yes, you should vaccinate the entire household at once, but then it's I don't know, like even like vaccinating people at like bars and stuff like that. I'm just like, no. First of all, bars shouldn't be open, but I get the point of why they are. But yeah, no, even like the teachers took so long to actually get. Teachers should have been first, because the kids are the ones who are spreading this shit.
Yeah, that's what happened to my family. Was the kids who brought it home, and it just spread to everybody. And then it's the adults who get hit hard, right? The kids don't really show symptoms, or at least in my example, it didn't. The way it hits everybody differently, we still need to protect each other. And like I said, another disease like this could happen, guys. Remember we were kids when like swine flu happened, bird flu happened. We didn't really know what was going on. I don't think it was that extreme, but it's been getting worse. When oh my god, what was that disease that were Ebola?
H1N1.
Ebola H1N1. That was when my brother got that one, swine flu. He got to go to the hospital and just play video games all day, so he was chilling. But like, just the fact that these things keep happening and they're getting worse, and then there's a reason that that Asian countries have been wearing masks. I think it's for pollution too, but I think it does help with disease control too. So why can't we just incorporate them? Why do people see them still as like some sort of, I don't know, something to suppress them? Same with the vaccines. Why do people think it's like a chip that you're getting injected with? I don't get it.
Oh my god,
I don't get
it's fucking hilarious. But then again, like, deep down inside, it's going to come out like really dark. But then again, I'm like, you know what? Honestly, when we're all vaccinated and the anti-vaxxers are the ones that are going to get it, great, natural selection. But then Jess brought up a point where some people can't get vaccinated. I'm just like, ooh, you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some people who just can't. They have allergies, they have conditions, they have diseases.
Doesn't work for
they're
them.
cancer patients, chemo. They can't. They're so susceptible. We can't risk those people. So we owe it to them to get vaccinated. The vaccine is not just for you, it's for, again, people. And that was the same thing with the mask that frustrated me, was people, when they heard it wasn't for them, it was for other people. They're like, why the fuck should I wear it? And that, I mean, that's reality.
Goes against your fucking freedom, please.
I think it's just funny because it's like, again, it's like that whole body positive thing. There's this message about we all care about each other. But the reality is that thing that no one wants to talk about, that no, we fucking don't. We're all selfish as fuck. We just are. And then it's either the people who aren't, they try as hard as they can, but you just get worn down by fighting the assholes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just beat you the fuck down until you're just like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. Just do whatever the fuck you want. Just leave me the fuck alone. That's all.
Well, it's
so negative today, man.
Well, no, because it's stuff that's affecting us, right? And, you know, with COVID, I want it to be over just because mental health is something that's been struggling, but I've been keeping, you know, like a hold of it because obviously, you know, when I work, I actually get to be social with people, but like, it's like, it's been ridiculously hard not seeing people, you know, not being able to see like your own parents because, you know, you want to protect them, and that's the kind of thought process that I have. But other people are like, I don't give a shit. You know, we're gonna go out, do this part, and it's like, it's tough.
especially with the job that we had, if we break it down, we used to see 10, like I know, like I exaggerated that whole India population number. Yo, don't come for me for that. I'm tripping on some shit. But there's still 2 billion people in that country almost at this point. But with us at work, we did, over the years we worked there, and just because of that culture, we saw hundreds of people, and there were, as a large group of people we'd see every single day. Every single day. And just to think I'm never gonna see them again, like, yeah, you didn't talk every day, but you catch up. Hey, like, how is your so and so doing? And it's like, I'm never gonna know. And that's trippy. It's just a weird thought that I'm just never gonna see those faces again. You know what I mean? We're never gonna have those days again. We were doing that shit daily, and then that routine is never gonna be back. I know for some people they can.
I don't think we're going back to that.
We're never going back.
Well, no, we're never. Yeah, exactly. We're not going to go back.
Actually, yo, funny enough, did you guys watch WandaVision?
Yeah.
It's
You
crap.
watch it? Just yo, I fucking loved it.
I don't know.
It was
Did you
for
finish it?
me.
Did you
It was
finish it?
confusing as shit.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm a Marvel nerd. I love that shit. Ate it up. The end made me cry. Holy shit. But I was gonna say that, funny enough, it's kind of like that whole reality and like the real reality type of vibe.
Yeah.
And also just the general message of like, you're sad and that pain, like the pain of loss for her, it hits you like a wave. Just that metaphor. I was like, damn, man, she's being real right now. I love that show. I didn't know you guys didn't like it.
Well, no, I liked it. It was just.
It's okay.
It was
it's
like
better than the other one, the newer one. Are
you
I'm not gonna
fucking
watch it
kidding
till,
me
like,
right
all
now?
comes out.
Falcon and the Winter. No, it's
no.
good.
I
No,
don't
I'm saying
watch
it's
till
better
all
than
comes
that.
out.
Then no, it isn't. Falcon.
Yo,
and
it
the-
made me love Wanda. It made me love Wanda so
Yeah.
much because you when you hear her story, it's so sad. Like the loss, and you get it. You 100% get where she's coming from, but her arc, you can see she's going to become a villain. Like that's her arc. That's where she's going, which makes sense because in the original comics, her dad is Magneto.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to make that happen in this, like how they're going to combine
Oh, good,
that with the
happy
X-Men
topic.
series.
But like everyone thought that like Mephisto was in there. It's like no, not yet,
it
not
wasn't.
yet.
It was
Spoiler
because he took
alert.
away her powers. She
Yeah,
has all
spoiler
the
alert.
education. Oh fuck.
Anywho,
like,
if you haven't if you
I'll
haven't
put it
watched
like
it, you're not a Marvel fan, okay?
I'll bleep it out or some shit. But like, no, it was just interesting because yeah, it's like she lost all her powers. She knows all the stuff about witchcraft, and she knows how to find her again. So she's got this resource now, and over there she's like in her mind place, developing her power. She's gonna be a fucking villain, and that's what Marvel did so well with Thanos. And I was thinking about that while I was starting the Justice League because I'm still trying to like get through that 4-hour movie. Holy fucking
It's
shit.
good.
That's long.
I got through
It's
it one
good.
day.
I know,
It is
I know,
so
I know.
it's
So much better.
Okay, so
Okay,
so let
I
her
know.
finish with that, and then we're gonna talk about the other one.
I love that
Yeah,
we're nerding
yeah.
out. First of all, I want to, when we speak to that, I'm just gonna say I wasn't watching the DC movies because it was just I kept
They're
hearing
crap.
things
Let's be
disappointing.
real.
Terrible.
They're
They're
crap.
crap. I didn't
But they're
watch
better
just-
superheroes.
I did watch Suicide Squad, and it disappointed the fuck out of me. So I was like, you know what? I was like, you know what? I wasn't giving you a shot. I gave you one shot, and you fucked it up again. I'm out again, right? But and then when Justice League came out, same shit. People were so upset with Joss Whedon's edit and stuff. And then I didn't believe in the Zack Snyder cut when it came out. I'm excited for it. I'm 2 hours in, but I'm gonna tell you right now, there are parts they could have trimmed it up a little bit. Come on, they could have taken like 20, 30 minutes out of just a little bit of filler.
No,
They should have made it a
feeling it.
series.
So see, here's the thing though.
Maybe.
The one thing that I really appreciated it because like the
Yeah,
first one I
miniseries.
hated. This one was good just because it was more. One, it was more darker. Two, there was a lot more like violence and
darker, yeah.
stuff like that. And like I understood it better. Like with like Cyborg had whatever better
I love
storyline.
Cyborg's story. That's where I'm at. And Cyborg's story is so good. I didn't watch the original again, so I like that I don't have that comparison. But I like Cyborg's story, and it's so tragic to me. Like
It's sad.
he lost his mom, and like he when he crushed his dad's tape, it fucking, I'm sorry, spoilers, whatever the fuck, but
Spoiler alert.
I was like, dude, just listen to the, like, you know how
Don't worry.
I've been no.
You need to watch to the end. That's all I'm
No,
gonna
what I'm
say.
trying to. I've been having a lot of those moments at our age now where I'm reflecting back as a teenager, and you think about how short-tempered you were, or just how much you didn't give your parents a chance about certain things. Like, you just didn't think about things from their perspective, right? Like just little moments where maybe your parents are busy and they're trying to make ends meet, but you're over here like, my parents don't give a fuck about me. But it's like, dude, they're
I
just
know.
trying. They're just trying, right? And now you're over here trying to do the grind. You're like, how the fuck did my parents have 3 kids at my age? How the fuck did they do that? How did they give us what they could give us? How did they buy me the shit they could buy me and still be fucking sane and work as many jobs,
Yeah.
you know? this just reminded me of that too. If you think about it from Cyborg's perspective, you could totally see a teenager just crushing that tape and not thinking it through, and you're like, bro, you're gonna regret that. So like, you don't know what he said, and you're gonna think about this when you're old.
Yeah, watch to the end. That's all I can say.
Okay, because it just made me so sad.
You know what though? The thing that Marvel does really well, that Netflix ruined movies for me. That too. Netflix ruined movies for me because like when I watch a movie now, I think they're all crap. Like it's so short. Like 2 hours is short for me now. Like I need a fucking 8 to 10 hour development like fucking story. Yeah. Like I just but Marvel, they're still good with that. I just feel like movies now kind of like I'm more towards the series.
But I feel the same way about YouTube. I like longer videos on YouTube that are like 20 minutes to an hour versus short videos, which is interesting because more people are actually migrating to TikTok about short form content. I'm more of a long form content person. That's why I like YouTube and like you said, Netflix, all the streaming things we're on. Yeah. And Marvel, I like the way they fucking did the series. I know the first 2 episodes of WandaVision are slow and then it picks up. I haven't watched Captain the Falcon one yet because, I'm going to watch it when it comes out all the way. But what Marvel did so well with the last series was the villain, bro. It was just Thanos because we cared so much about him and his story made sense. You kind of got it.
I believed him.
And now with Wanda, because I was thinking after the whole thing, I was like, how the fuck are they going to top him as a villain? I was like, Wanda, holy shit. Because we're so bought into her. We care about her. We love her. But we're going to see her do some bad shit. Because we just saw her take over a fucking town and like control their minds and like force her pain on them, even though she didn't do it knowingly, but she still did it. It's like she made those kids sleep. Holy fuck!
Yeah, like, what people don't understand is So the one thing I was really disappointed in at the end was I was expecting Doctor Strange, and that didn't happen. But like because it ties into his movie so so heavily, right? And even like Justin, if you haven't watched it, too bad. But even at the end, it's like when the children are crying out or whatever, and it's just like, yeah, well, look at the Doctor Strange movie. The name of it, Multiverse of.
That's the thing. It's coming into. They already said she's going to be in it. So exactly where her story is going, and I like the way they said Scarlet Witch, and she's there now, and it's dude. I love the Evan Peters crossover. Like, I just love the show.
They fucked us with that because I thought there was going to be an actual Fox, like X-Men, and this crossover.
But there still could be. Because here's something that tripped me out. There's this one theory. It might not be true, but there's one theory I really, really liked. You know how initially when she first got the order to go out, Maria Rambeau, they said it's a missing person case, and then when she went there, like, it's not a missing person, it's a missing village, right? If you go to that name Boner, like the guy that Evan Peters actually had, like his real character, the mind controlled one who's being the fake brother, right? If you go to him, people think that he might be under like witness protection, or that still might be him, or him in a different universe or something. Like maybe it is. This is him in our universe. And in the other universe, he's actually Quicksilver. Because people were saying, how did he get chosen? Like, you know how Marvel is. They do not do shit unintentionally. No. Yeah. And if you want a real, like, to dig deep, because I watch this one YouTuber, I love him, Dan Murrell. He always digs deep into this shit.
I watch Emergency Awesome.
I love these guys, man. They do all that shit for you. But there is a jersey on the back in Boner's room that is, oh my god, I think the Baltimore Orioles. I forgot the baseball team. Sorry, guys. I think it is Baltimore Orioles. And if you go back to the X-Men universe, Wolverine says, I know this kid who lives outside of DC. So there's like a connection there that it might be him. Like there's just too many little hints that I'm like, they wouldn't do it unintentionally. You know what I mean? And that Kick-Ass reference they slipped in, like they're smart about it. So to the point that, guys, you know those episodes that Wanda would be watching of old sitcoms, right?
Yeah.
It would have to, if you knew what episodes were airing, it had direct connections with what was going on in the show. That's how deep they went. Like the episode of Dick Van Dyke, that episode is one where he starts thinking.
Yes. And then like when they got to the newer ones, it was like Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah. But Dick Van Dyke, that episode is about him thinking that everybody around him is an alien. So you think about that, and now you're thinking about how in WandaVision you're wondering what the fuck is wrong with everybody. Like they chose specific episodes of the sitcoms even. That's how deep they went with this shit. So and even the transitions, those ads, all those tied into something. Antidepressants, Stark Industries, everything had a tie-in. Yeah. So nothing in this show was unintentional. I think they're gonna bring that dude back for something. He's gonna have a connection. There's no way. Or maybe I am gonna set myself from big disappointment. I don't care though. I love theorizing, and I like the way he played that douche uncle too, and I like the idea of him coming back in some way. Like, because maybe think about it. If Wanda's about to go off the rails, what's going to tether her, guys? She's got not much left. Maybe Vision, some sort of version of Vision. Maybe this brother of hers.
Vision,
maybe?
technically, we didn't.
Right?
So we didn't see it. So but I
She's
love.
seen Vision die so many times. I feel so bad for
I
him.
don't think he's dead
3 times?
anymore.
No. But there's so many versions of him. Because remember the question: is it still the ship of Theseus? Is that her vision? Will she see that as her vision, or did she lose her vision? And she understands the other one was her mind. Well, this one, is he really her vision? Yes, he has her vision's memories. But is he her vision? Huh?
Who knows?
I don't know.
Oh no.
Is he really the ship of Theseus? I love that conversation. I love that little, like, the whole way that he went from mind when Vision realized, or the fake Vision realized, or the virtual Vision, I don't know. He's like, I can't beat him physically, but I can mind game him. We're the same.
Yes, exactly. Like, I really liked WandaVision. It was just super, like, I literally had to watch, like, someone summarize, like, him summarize the episode for me to kind of get caught up a little bit with it. Now, with, like, Falcon, like, I don't know why you don't like it, but it's like, it's more, so what it's meant to be is more of, like, a movie type of thing over 6 episodes. So that's what I felt like right away, like when I watched the last episode, it was like right off the bat, like action, everything, and that's my kind of show. To be honest with you, one of the most underrated ones that I think is going to be amazing is Loki.
They coming out with a Loki movie?
No.
Yes,
Loki
show.
TV series is right
TV
after.
show.
So the good thing with Disney is the way
he jumped in using the stone. So
yeah,
he's gone somewhere.
yeah. So the good thing with Disney is literally, if you look at it, you will have a show every single week back, like. There will be not a single, like, obviously we have WandaVision, boom, there's the Winter Soldier, next one is Loki right away, so there's no pause. It'll take us to the end of the year, and then we get Star Wars, yes, again.
Star Wars has been flopped, too. I hate that they dropped that. Marvel is the one thing that's been keeping me going. I'm bought in. I want to see the next Spider-Man movie. I want to see how this whole universe stretches out. I'm in, man.
Yo, I'm tired of Spider-Man, to be honest with you.
I'm not. I love this new one. I want to see his story develop. He's so
Andrew
cute.
Garfield was my favorite, and then I was just mad that they dropped it.
I didn't like Andrew Garfield.
Nah.
He was too pretty to be Spider-Man. Spider-Man's supposed to be a nerd. Like, if I watched as a kid, I
But
used to
there's
watch
so
cartoons.
many Spider-Mans, though.
No.
Okay,
There's not. There's only a few
so
live-action ones. Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield,
I meant the character.
Okay, so there's good ones and there's bad ones. It's kind of like the Joker for me. Okay, I think Heath Ledger's Joker is one of the best, followed by like maybe the animated version, Mark Harmon, or then there's Jack Nicholson, and then you have the new Joker. But like Jared Leto, no, absolutely not. Fuck no. Nope.
I agree with your list with Joaquin Phoenix in there too. I agree with your list. I think it depends on what you see in your Joker, right? Like some people like the Jack Nicholson cartoony Joker. Some people like the serious Joker, right? I liked Joaquin Phoenix's because he was tragic, but he wasn't
honestly,
Joker to me.
like when we watched that movie,
Heath Ledger was Joker.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say he was
like Joaquin's Phoenix Joker. You kind of felt at some point like everything wrong is happening with this person. It kind of makes you think about if you struggled like yourself and stuff like that. And like there was even a warning where it's just like, be careful with your mindset while going in there, because you might get triggered. But it was a good performance. The worst one is Jared Leto. I am very sorry, but absolutely
I didn't watch it.
No,
I didn't watch it. I watched it.
It was so unmemorable.
I don't remember.
So in Justice League there is an end scene at the end. They actually added him in, so you actually get a scene with him in dialogue.
Check it out.
But yeah, that's all
I was gonna say your list of Heath Ledger, Mark Hamill, Kings.
Okay.
Even in Batman Beyond movie where they bring back Mark Hamill and he just gives me the chills. That laugh, oh my god! Like he was evil, and I love that Joker too.
Yeah,
man, I'm sad we lost Heath Ledger too, man. Fuck, that just brought back.
That's what made him amazing. Like literally, a lot of people don't realize there's a diary.
How old was he? 28.
Yeah,
he was our age, yo.
Yeah.
Like you need to like. There's his diary that's around. Like if you read it, Jesus Christ, like it's like he has a Joker's diary, which is him, and he like really got into the character, but his Joker's Diary that he wrote is dark as shit, and
He
it's
locked
like,
himself up in a room for 30 days.
yeah, it's
first of all,
intense.
First of all, I confirmed he was 28, so he was our age. And second of all, when you said he wrote a journal, you know how his name is Heath Ledger and a ledger is known as a journal? I was like, was it called the Heath
It's
Ledger?
called the Joker's Diary.
Get it, Ledger?
Dude, I know.
Anyway,
He was so good in
he could
every
have
movie.
so much more. He could. That's what's so sad is he was 28. He had so much potential. He was a good guy, and like the movies and choice, like Brokeback Mountain broke boundaries, bro. How many guys are so comfortable in their masculinity to do a movie like that?
Bro,
To,
yeah.
like,
And
two
10 Things I Hate
cowboys
About You.
going on the mountain. Yeah, that one too.
Dude.
We'll see. Like
He
I'll
was so
like
God,
I'll never
so
forget
sad.
this part. It's like ha ha ho he ha ha ha, and you thought my jokes were bad, and then like that entire scene was
Why so serious?
why so serious?
Like, that line is so fucking famous now. In every video game you play,
He
you
didn't see it.
fucking hear
That's-
it.
And that's what makes me sad, dude. He didn't see it. And doesn't
I
that fuck with
yeah,
you? Like, he
that's
didn't see the
fucking
results.
sucks.
Fuck. It's like you don't. You can go as far back as to really nerd out. Vincent Van Gogh, the fact that like he was hated when he was actually painting, no one bought his shit. And then when he died, now he's like this world. Like these people don't know what they did,
No,
what they
they're
created.
legends.
Legends who will never know their impact because it
Fuck,
happens
man.
after. You know,
Right? Like, damn.
it happens to some athletes. You lose them. Like, you're just like, what can he have done? What could have Kobe done? Kobe was still young. 42, 40 years old, right? He was still young.
43? Yeah, that's still
40.
pretty young, though.
He had so much more to do. He still wanted to do things with his daughter. He still wanted to do things production-wise, bring basketball to the world. Like, it's just like...
Dude.
I know we talk about fuck the rich and all that stuff too. That's different, guys. This is different. This is about people who motivate you to be bigger. Like at the end of the day, in this universe, in this like timeline of the world, we're so insignificant. We're small. We don't matter. So we look at certain people to give us that, you know, just that motivation,
hope.
that like that fucking hope. Like, yo, what the like I'm gonna work towards something. So these people matter, right? It's not about celebrities and blah. It's not that. These are people who like lift you up and make you believe in yourself, you know? They're just built different. They're just built different.
He's a different animal. No, same beast, different animal.
All those quotes, I've been surrounding myself with it. Like the fact that Michael Jordan was like, why would I worry about a shot I haven't taken yet? The fact that Kobe was never afraid to take a shot. Like Wayne Gretzky with what? You miss 99%, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. These are things that that confidence in yourself, that like Tom Brady, the fact that he believes in himself that much, you look at them, you're like, yo, I should believe in myself. Why the fuck don't I? If I did, I could do anything.
Right,
and it's
Jess.
true.
That's right.
And it's true, because you just
Believe.
need that motivation. You need that fire.
That's what's up. Get out there.
Go.
Get out there.
Take us out, Justine.
And with that said, everybody, I'm pulling us out. Oh, yeah?
Oh my
And we'll see you next week.
You actually nailed that, though.
Peace out, guys. Love you guys. As
Bye.
always.
Peace.